Bwah, bwah, bwah. It's another TromBonus episode. It's just Celine, Rob, Engineer Joey, and a pocket full of dreams as we do a C+ job guiding you through the history of ska in our country. Oh, Skanada, it's Checkered Past, the Ska'd cast.
They got fun spinning pros bar none. Ska's the game, come on everyone. Not too long, neither is this strong. Checkered past, and you can't go wrong. It's a TromBonus episode.
What up, Checkerheads? Welcome to Checkered Past, the Ska'd cast with Celine and Rob, the show where Pierre True don't know how to party, and Justin True don't let the bastards grind you down, explore the history and impact of a different band each episode, hope to bring in new fans along the way. I'm Rob, and this is my sister and co-host, Celine.
I didn't catch that at all. I did, but I just didn't get it.
Okay, Engineer Joey's here to explain.
Did you get his
it was
thing?
Pierre True. What was the first one?
Pierre True don't know how to party.
What's don't know how to party?
It's a Boss Tones record.
Okay, you do. Okay.
No,
Just
a
ska
ska
things I
song.
didn't.
Yeah,
Okay.
just ska song.
Yeah, Canada
And then
stuff.
Justin True don't let the bastards grind you down. Which is the Toasters.
That's fun.
Ska stuff.
Yeah.
Pierre Trudeau,
podcast.
Justin Trudeau. They were
both
prime
Trudeaus.
ministers
Yep.
and family
and
members.
family members.
Notable
Yeah.
Canadians.
Just like our podcast.
We're off to a great start.
Yeah, I kind of forgot we were.
Did I
recording
introduce you?
for a
No, I
minute.
said hi, Engineer Joey, right?
I think so.
I didn't just make you talk.
I can talk. It's fine. I'm here. I can talk if I want to. I'm Engineer Joey. Hi.
That's what you think.
Should we pick it up where we left off? I guess so. Oh no, we didn't cue the song. Oh, whatever. Pick it up, where we left off. Pick it up, where we left off. Joey, we were going to talk about it on. So this is the second record we're doing today. So we just did a full mainline episode. Now we're doing a bonus. Joey said, "Don't talk about this because I want to talk about it on the TromBonus."
Ooh.
Joey, tell your
I
thing.
played my first show with the cover band with Rat Poison last weekend. It was very fun. That's what the crowd was like. They were all
No,
just
they were all
breathing.
like, "Your love is like bad medicine."
yeah. Yep.
This was at Blues on White.
Yep, the place called
Outside.
Blues on White, outdoors.
It was a pretty big crowd.
It was a pretty big crowd, and a pretty decently sized stage, and I just showed up and plugged in and went dunk, and everyone was like, "That's too loud," and I was like, "You guys just told me to plug in and press go," so I went, and then they turned me down, and then we played for an hour, and it went by very quickly. We cut a bunch of songs because we had many songs ready, and it was great.
What songs did you play? It's here.
Was
Was it Bad Medicine?
Yep, played
Yeah.
Bad Medicine,
Yes.
played
And I was there in the
Kickstart
audience
My
dancing.
Heart.
I cooged.
You sorry?
I fully cooged.
Yeah, you cooged.
I cooged. I danced.
Kickstart My Heart.
I love that song.
Played it was the Def Leppard song.
Pour some sugar on me.
Nope,
I
not that
wish.
one. The one where he lights the match at the end and
They have so many
throws.
pyromania.
I was literally there.
Yeah, whatever. That song.
Okay.
Right.
The album's called Pyromania.
Crazy Train. Played Crazy Train.
Crazy Train
Oh,
was sweet.
that's an interesting choice. That's not very hair. That's like kind of like a.
Scott, it's 80s and shreddy.
I guess,
So-
yeah, it
It's
is.
80s
Yeah.
and shreddy.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
think-
Randy Rhoads
I
song
think
too.
sleaze is the general umbrella for
Yeah,
the
because when
band.
your intro was just like sleazy greaseballs.
Yeah, totally. So also that MC.
Yeah.
So the MC,
He worked it.
he was problematic. His
Oh.
jokes were not good.
I didn't hear
were you
his
not
jokes.
listening?
No, I would know.
Oh man, at one point.
Oh, Celine.
yeah.
Oh no.
What
Yeah.
happened?
Oh,
Celine's
he
about
just-
to. Celine's about to go like cancel a bitch. Let's hear it.
I'm always
Oh,
drinking and
at
chatting
one point
to
he,
people.
at one point he made some comment. He was doing some terrible crowd work, and he made some comment about like bonking some lady on the head and hauling her to the bathroom or something. And I was
What?
like, yeah,
He made a joke about knocking someone out and dragging her to sexually assault
yes,
her.
that's the joke. Yeah, that's why I was like, that's not cool. And that was like,
And Celine was there.
she missed it.
Yeah, clearly. That's crazy. That's wild. Good
Yeah.
thing.
So-
Yeah, no
wasn't
kidding.
good.
I was gonna say someone would have to hold your earrings.
Yeah.
So he made like a bunch of
teeth out.
jokes that were like kind of off color, and
Crazy.
I was like not into
What was
that.
it? It wasn't the little bald man in the suit, was it?
Yeah, it was that little ball man.
That's crazy.
That's
I
crazy. He hit me on the head with a microphone.
Yeah, that same guy. And I was drug into the bathroom. I forgot. That's not that funny.
No,
It's
that
dark.
part's not funny. I stopped it at a certain point.
I thought he was like he looked like a villain. He did. He was
Sounds
pretty
like he sounded like a
comic-y. I noticed him because he looked like a comic book character. I literally didn't hear a word he said. That's wild. That's very,
Yeah, no,
very
it was
scary.
yeah. So that was that. But I mean, we played a good show and we were not problematic. So
Well-
I guess it is.
Well,
I mean, my wig moved at one point. That may have been a little
Oh,
problematic.
Joey.
the
know.
wigatry was. I told him to
Celine
put on a
saw it.
cap
Yeah.
and a band.
She saw it. I was like, my wig
I
moved
didn't
one time.
hear-
And she was like,
No
I
wig
saw
glue.
it.
No wig glue.
I
on.
didn't hear like a horribly like scary misogynist like not joke, but I did see your wig kind of come off and you pull it back on. The brains
I'm not
is what
saying
it-
that's on brand.
But
Yeah,
the
I know, it's not-
priorities are where they are. and that's
Ignorance is
fine.
bliss.
Yeah.
Until that wig slips. My eyes were on that wig that whole time. Might not have heard anything, but I was looking at your wig.
So yeah. Anyways, I played that show,
And
it was very fun.
we were cool band people.
Oh yeah, we were cool band people. The band that played after us was a band called Arcana Kings, and they're kind of like a modern
They were pretty fun.
AC/DC-esque band
With
with like
bagpipes.
bagpipes, and they were
Oh.
very fun. And as it turned out, the drummer and maybe other members, I can't quite remember. I was having some beers, but the drummer is friends with our friend Ben from Mini Vandal. So there's a ska connection
a
there.
checkered
Yeah.
COD connection.
Yeah. And also not really ska, but the Arcana Kings played like a calypso song.
They're
with
called
bagpipes.
Arcana Kings. That means like the secret king. Secret Kings. Arcana, right? Arcana.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean secret in Latin.
Yeah. They were, I cannot recall the name of the guy, the front man. It was like,
He's a shiny Baldo representing.
he is. It was his name, like the whatever band before this, and this is kind of their rebranding. The album they just put out is a rebranding of themselves as this.
And they weren't playing covers, they're playing originals.
It was like
were some
80% originals, and they played a couple of covers. They
Right.
played a
And they had
Dropkick
our-
Murphys song
and your
because-
lead singer.
of course.
They did Shipping Off to Boston.
Yeah. and,
Oh.
yeah, whatever.
I know the movie kind of made it too
The
big, but it is a
Departed.
jam. I remember when I heard it on Give 'Em the Boot, I was like, "This is a jam."
Yeah, and they finished with "A Long Way to the Top" if you want to rock and
If
roll.
you wanna rock and roll,
which they pulled
Okay.
up the singer from my band to come up and sing because we do AC/DC songs as well.
Yeah, you do Brian Johnson AC/DC songs, right?
I think we might do.
Do a Bon Scott song. Do
Yeah, I
do a
can't
little
remember.
TNT.
I would like to.
Yeah, TNT's.
I will pitch
TNT
Bon
is slaps.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
That song comes
No,
on and
I hate
everybody
that
goes,
song.
"Oi."
we were
oi,
forced
oi."
into it too much in St. Paul.
Yeah, it was a
it is
big song in
objectively
St.
a
Paul.
good song, but I was like overexposed, and it was associated with not positive
Memories.
people.
I'm a
and
Bon
memories.
Scott AC/DC.
I would
fan,
say-
though, yes.
I would say Nazareth is how I feel. Is that was
Really, to me, it's Metallica and AC/DC.
You're messing with a son of a bitch. That one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nazareth was huge in St.
Yeah.
Paul.
Love hurts and shit.
And
Yeah, and
D12
shit.
was overplayed.
Yeah, D12 was huge in
Now we're
St. Paul.
just naming bands.
Yeah, let's keep
St.
naming
Paul
bands.
specific, any band, not ska bands though. No ska bands.
No, but D12. Well, yeah.
But D12, it was a moment in time.
Pur-
Every
Purple-
car
Purple
was
Pills.
playing Purple Pills.
It was,
Every car.
Oh yeah, we have a ska podcast to do.
I
This
don't
was
know
fun,
what
though.
I'm in for, so I don't know how to segue into this. I am doing a blind. I don't even
Yeah.
know what band we're doing. I've been told nothing.
Yeah,
I've been
so
kept-
I kind of was teasing a little bit about what we're gonna do, and what. So it's July, whatever the fuck, 10th when we're recording this. I thought it would be fun to do a Canada Day special,
Okay, that's fine.
just because Canada Day sucks.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
based on bad things.
It's bad on based on bad things, and I don't want to dwell on the things I hate about Canada and the horrible political stuff and
Built
you know
on
our
genocide.
genocidal history. But I want to focus on the things I do like about Canada. And what I do like about Canada is our kick-ass ska scene that's been around since the late 80s, early 90s. And so I thought what we could do is a ska primer for Canada Day. So it's a Canada ska primer. So we're going to go from
What's a primer?
the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah.
An intro to
Canadian
Like
ska.
early ska? Or like
We're going to go from 1990 to today.
Okay.
It is very non-exhaustive. I'm going to miss everybody's favorite ska band, and they're all going to get mad at me. Or I'm going to pick the wrong song from your favorite ska band. But I think it would be fun just to go through.
Isn't that what you do every week?
Yeah,
on the
exactly.
podcast?
And it's going to be even worse because it's my home country, and I'm making such a big deal of this.
Okay. You're not really making such a big.
Yeah, I'm actually like really trying to make it not a big deal.
You're being pretty chill about this, to be honest.
So, why don't we start? This is not at the beginning, but I was going to start my what I call track 0 is the first song we're going to listen to because this is what I think is emblematic of the Canadian ska sound, a song we all know is near and dear to our hearts.
Yeah, this is a numero uno for this. Nothing rhymes with uno.
Bruno?
They do know.
Bruno. We don't talk about
Who's
Bruno.
We don't talk about him.
We don't talk about numero uno.
Don't know where to go. Date's not here, it's a quarter to 10. Time to start shopping.
This is just so good. So much better than Super Orgy Porno Party. I'm sorry. It's just so much
way better. This is like I thought about any Planet Smasher song I could take, and I'm like,
it's this
this
one.
is the best song.
Same.
It's so
I was
good.
almost gonna choose this song for my 23 minutes.
Oh, it's
Over. I was almost because I was like, oh, Cat. I'm like, this is my favorite Canadian ska song. I think.
It's so good.
It's so
and it's
good.
still
I-
holds
Why
it's
it's
up.
so
song 0, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
It's the song.
And I feel like it encapsulates what Canadian ska is.
Exactly why I picked it. So
It encapsulates the attitude.
yeah. Which I think is so Canadian ska from a stylistic standpoint, I've always said is like a punked up two-tone.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we don't generally have a lot of like electric guitars, or it's not like, there's not a lot of distortion. It's a lot of clean guitar playing. It's usually played really fast, and lyrically, sometimes it's political, sometimes it's just being snarky. But I feel like it's always
just
a fun
about
time.
partying.
Sometimes it's just about partying, and it's always fun. Like for
Sometimes
the most
it's
part,
about Mai Tais.
yeah. I mean, that's specifically the Planet Smashers.
Yeah.
But like, there are exceptions. Obviously, you have some darker, like harder edged bands, but for the most part, I'd say Canadian ska is a lot like this, and
Yeah.
that's kind of its origins. So that's why I decided to start.
Great
with
first choice.
That was my first choice.
Great first choice. Agree wholeheartedly.
And so we're going to go back to 1990. We're going to go to a band that when the Planet Smashers, so that was Planet Smashers' Life of the Party. When they were on the podcast last year, they had mentioned a band called Me, Mom, and Morgenthaler.
Yeah.
Which is a band that was hugely influential to them and maybe one of the first like truly like important ska bands in Canada. There were some before, but they really made an impact. And so the song I chose was called Your Friend. So Celine and Joey don't know the songs I'm picking. Just mention that.
The more I stand by your side, the harder it'll hit me when you take me for a ride. You'll see there's nobody there.
This is very fun.
Yeah, this is fun and chill. This is good.
Yeah. Oh, is that a melodica I hear? Hashtag melodica. Gang, rise up.
Nice. I think no matter where you are, though, ska was a lot like this. Like, this is very, like, let's go bowling, bim, scalabim, late 80s ska stuff.
Yeah, it definitely has like a Caribbean vibe
Yeah.
to it, which makes sense because I'm guessing Ontario, Toronto.
I didn't actually look into where they're from. They're either Ontario or Quebec.
Yeah, either way, they
Yeah.
would have a heavy Caribbean influence, I would assume,
Yeah.
with that
Yeah.
style of music.
Yeah, it's good.
It's good.
I see. I can understand how they could be big influences on the Planet Smashers. I can hear
On like most of Canadian ska, like so is this band, and then the next band I have queued up, which is "Nonstop Drinking" by King Apparatus.
and they got fairly big.
King Apparatus,
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
So they're from Ontario. This is Chris Murray. If anybody knows
yes.
Mr. Chris, you can hear him singing.
Non-stop drunk, non-stop drinking. Back on the toilet bowl and kitchen sinking. Non-stop drunk, non-stop drinking. I'm waking up in strange places thinking, where did I leave the car? Where is the nearest bar? Pass around the jar. Let's start it all
Pretty like
over
classic.
again.
Eh?
Yeah.
Non-stop drunk,
That's fun though.
Yeah, it's a good time.
If they were like near me, I would go to every single show they played.
Yes.
Literally,
There's no way you
There's
wouldn't
no
have
way
a
I would
great
miss a show and
Yeah.
not. Yeah.
It definitely sounds like what I pictured going to a ska show as when I first started going to ska shows. Like,
Yeah, that's why it's just, to me, it's so quintessentially like Canadian. And that guitar playing is really good.
And they had no horn section.
They're
which-
good. Which is also maybe common in Canadians. No, not really.
Not really, but for when the Planet Smashers were on, they said that was what made them so like novel, is that they
Right.
didn't have a horn section, because I mean, Mum and Morgenthaler did,
Right.
and then the Planet Smashers were coming up, and they were horns, and but King Apparatus was able to travel and tour more because they had such a smaller footprint, smaller band.
Yeah, which is fair.
And nowadays,
And
like
small feet.
yeah,
Because
tiny
small
feet,
Tiny little
the
feet.
smallest little footprint.
yeah. And now Chris Murray is like a big deal. Like
Yeah, that's like, I might have a hookup that I have to maybe explore.
to get Chris Murray on. Is it he follows us on Twitter?
No, just a friend of mine who's a friend of his.
Ah, I see. Okay. He's in LA now.
Yes.
And he is like all old school ska guy.
I mean, he's not coming
Blue beat.
over.
yeah, no, yeah. I have a hookup.
We might have an
Chris-
hour of
Hey,
his time
maybe
on
if-
Zoom.
Maybe if we get a hot tub and get Reese to come over.
Yeah.
Maybe Chris
You-
Murray's coming
yeah.
too. Yeah.
This is the weirdest.
No, we're renting a
hot tub time
hotel
machine.
room with Reese. That's the way. That's less weird.
Oh, yeah,
Rob,
I don't know.
We've made Rob uncomfortable.
no, not uncomfortable. I'm just imagining what's
How to
weirder.
proposition this?
No, I know how to proposition this. Hey, do you want to come on the podcast?
There's a hotel
we have
under-
a hotel with a hot tub in it.
Signed
Writes
Harvey
itself.
Weinstein. It's very predatory. I would not go there. I would not be on that podcast. I would not collect $200.
We're not paying anybody $200, by the way.
No, never once. I don't have that kind of money. Anyway, yeah, that song's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, very fun.
I love King Apparatus. Big fan. So that's like those two are like the precursors, but where Canadian ska really like hit its stride was with the formation of Stomp Records, which was founded by the Planet Smashers and a little band called the Kingpins,
Woo!
who've come up a ton.
Yeah.
Let's listen to the track. The song is called "Watch Your Back" from their first record, "Watch Your Back."
I want to wash my back. Don't wash your back. Keep your back dirty. Don't wash it.
Keep Backs Dirty,
Yeah.
KBD.
Yeah.
Back when I was a teen,
Those vocals, hey. Yeah. Yeah.
I got a story for you.
They are fun, though.
Watch your back, watch your back, watch your back, watch your back. Living life under the gun.
Have you seen them?
Oh no,
No,
they
me
broke.
either.
They broke up. Yeah, in 2003.
They're so fun. They looked cool, too.
They had the suits.
The white suits.
Yeah, which was like, yeah, that's still cool. But nobody in Canada was doing those. I love that.
This is really fun.
Was their look styled after the Kingpin of Marvel Comics fame?
Yeah, I guess so.
That's why they have white suits?
It fucking is Canadian ska the better ska?
Because that song's good.
That's very good.
Yeah, the Kingpins rule, and that like all three of their records are amazing in their own right. And we were talking about on our JFK episode, like JFK played for them on their third record, Plan of
Right.
Action. But yeah, like they're one of the founders of Stomp with Matt from the Planet Smashers. And yeah,
Are
watch
they
your back.
still involved or no?
I'm not sure, but they're not a band anymore for sure.
Right. But I wonder if they're still a label.
And they wrote the 10 Commandments of Ska. That's a
It's a
classic.
biggie.
Yeah. Yeah, pour one up for your homies. I love the Kingpin so much. Everyone should check them out. The first album especially. Don't pour.
I would never
What a-
actually pour anything
if-
on you. I was doing a
I don't
bit.
put it past you.
Whoa!
Listen, my son
I was gonna
Does-
say you're on child.
he will
That's fair.
do things that I feel like common sense dictates you shouldn't do. But I am frequently surprised.
You've been conditioned.
I've been conditioned to think that somebody's gonna, if they're pretending to do something, there is no pretending. They're gonna do it.
I understand. That's very fair, and I've seen it.
So now, what I was gonna do is actually do something a little fun. Where this is kind of like the late '90s and the kind of the peak of ska. We're gonna go from the West Coast to the East a little bit. So this is a band from Victoria that you know called Los
Los
Furios.
From the East Coast to the West Coast?
Did I say no? West Coast, East Coast, starting in Victoria. West Victoria is in the West Coast.
Okay, but this band's from Victoria?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
so
were
we're
just
going
in the
to-
East Coast,
We
is
were
what he's
just
Oh
saying.
no, because
yeah.
now we're going from the west to
Yes.
the east. Is what I'm saying. That was the start.
No.
Now we're going from the west to the east.
No, we're going from the east to the west.
I know what you're saying.
I don't know if I do anymore. I thought I did. I can't. We cannot litigate this. You guys have to move
This
on.
band is
I'll
from
die.
Victoria.
That's all
British
that
Columbia,
matters. That's all
on the
that
west coast of
The
Canada.
song is called Media Warfare. I actually wanted to get 77, but I couldn't rip it. But that was the song I wanted. But this song's great
sounds
too.
good too.
One of
They're
the
very good.
absolute greatest trombone
Yeah.
players.
And that's the chick, that hot chick.
No, the hot chick played saxophone.
Oh, still.
The trombone player got deported.
Oh, that's a fucking bummer.
Yeah. He brought the Latin flair.
This is sick. It's so good.
It's so good.
Very, very good.
I get why I like this so much.
Makes me want to get drunk and dance.
Yeah. Especially with the anthemic. But that is, again, that's kind of like Planet Smash. It's very like, let's get drunk and dance and just like yell at the band together. And let's all
Yeah.
just like sing and yell together.
We saw them at Warp Tour. Is that where we first
Yes.
saw them? Yeah. And they ripped. They were on like a tiny little side stage.
And it was so hot.
It was so hot, and,
And
we
they
never
crushed.
heard them before.
No.
And they played 77, which is like a critique punk song, a song about punk culture. And we just thought it was like the greatest song we'd ever
Yeah,
heard. We're
yeah.
like, I don't even know what the fuck this is, but I
this
gotta
speaks
get
to
it.
me.
Yeah.
And yeah, there was like the chick like dresses up and looks really cute. And I just like hadn't seen like a fun, cute girl playing ska, like especially horns at that time.
Yeah.
You know, not being like the singer. And so that was important for me. And that was an immediate in. And a lot of Spanish.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
they were just fucking cool.
Yeah, and they that record and what's the one after it? Tread Lightly, but Warning Shot, which is the record we just played.
Tread lightly. That's a good song.
Yeah, that also what's the one? Body Bag.
Furious is sweet.
Yeah,
Los
Los Furios,
Furios?
either one. They fucking rule.
Are they still doing it?
Yeah, I think so. They put
Probably
out a
just, like,
record or like
festivals
an
and
EP
stuff.
very recently.
That's rad. I would love to see them again.
Yeah, me too. Damn, so good.
Let's go start a war. That's fun.
And now, because we're going from the West Coast to the East Coast, we're going to Alberta because it's east of British
Oh my
Columbia.
god, I can't. I cannot.
This is a band from Edmonton called the Mad Bombers Society.
Hey, they
Never
do our
heard of
theme
them.
song. Not
Hey,
on-
they do our theme song.
Never-
Not the one on
heard
this
of them.
episode, but on the other one.
But I thought that'd be boring to just listen to the theme
No,
song.
that would be so boring.
This song's Baby's Getting Busted.
That'd be crazy if that's what you did. Everyone's like, we know. We're pretty lucky to have this as our local ska
Yeah,
band
they're-
that played all
So
the time for a
goddamn
long
good.
time.
Yeah, I saw them many, many times.
And this song's good, great. This song's on one of those All-Canadian Club
I wonder
compilations.
who's on keys
Sorry?
for this one.
Who's on keys?
Yeah.
I bet you it's Milka Crow. Yeah.
The last time I saw this band, it was in a little bar in town called the
Black
Black
Dog?
Dog.
Yeah.
And there's like kind of a raised section at the front window, and they just stuffed the entire band into the raised section.
Yeah, they do it
And
every year.
And there's like a half wall that's, you know, a little higher than elbow but lower than shoulder height. And the horn players were all just standing up on the half wall playing, and it was
And every year
wild.
they usually do a New Year's show.
Yeah, they usually do. a
And
New
it's like
Year's show.
fucking packed.
Yeah.
Yeah, their New
And
Year's
that's
show is
not a
packed.
normal venue.
No.
They usually just have like acoustic sets
Yes.
if they do music.
I once saw them at Works. If you know Works, it's at the square.
Like the festival? The
yeah, where
Works?
they
Yeah.
So they were
okay.
playing Works one year, and it wasn't that busy. Like, and they played. They did a couple of Desmond Decker covers because Desmond Decker just passed away. But then they had a trumpet player who was like a newer trumpet player, and I remember
Four-finger
him.
Mike?
I remember him running around chasing a little boy with his trumpet.
That's cute.
And the little boy was having the time of his life because he was just chasing with his trumpet and just playing it at the boy, and the boy was like, ah.
That's very
Because
cute.
the work is like an all ages
A
thing.
family.
Yeah.
That's very
It was
cute.
it was very adorable. Highlight moment. I love Mad Bombers.
They are a fun,
a
great
fantastic
live
band.
band. If you ever have a chance, check them out.
I was also going to look for a King Mustafa song too, but
Nothing. They're too
I
cute.
have it on the Still Standing compilation.
Okay, I'm like,
Where
I
it
love
has that
King
song. I
Mustafa.
still walk away. That song.
They're crazy
really good.
musicians.
They're so good.
They're like
Very
all
good.
crazy, like jazz background
They
musicians.
play at Blues on White. They used to have
Not
a
anymore. They
resident.
They
to
used
have
to
rest-
always like all
residency,
like almost every week play at
Yeah,
Blues on
every
White.
Sunday.
Every
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah, go and get pictures, and you'd sit in. There was a section that is no longer. Well, at the time, it was no longer a smoking section, but it was the old smoking section, and you just sit there because it was like right beside the door to the actual smoking section.
So you can run in and out.
So you run in and out and get shitty, cheap pictures and see ska music. It was a lot of fun.
It's great. And now, because we're continuing our journey east from the west coast to the east coast,
Yep.
east of
I
Alberta.
don't want to hear any more
is
directions.
Saskatchewan. So this is a band called not Mini Vandal. It's a band called Mini Vandal. You were on an episode. This is Scavenger, El Ritmo de Vida.
Down and Out by Mini Vandal is on my playlist. I listen to it frequently.
Long time ago, when the pace of life was a little more slow, we did what's right and what we could, and people will be pretty good. Let's jump ahead to the times today.
I like that it's a riff on the Mario song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what we hear all the time. I say, whoa, why you moving so slow? Don't know how long your life will go if you smell the roses.
Do you think they were just like smoking a doop and they're like, the Mario song could just kind of ska, isn't it?
This horn line's very fun.
Yeah. They're like pretty legendary. So if we're talking about how much we love MBS here in Edmonton, like Scavenger in Saskatchewan are like
The band.
band in Saskatchewan. Yeah. Lots of bands have come before and after, but they're the ones that
And that's kind of a
Yeah.
sweet name.
Yeah.
it's two puns at the same time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
scavenger.
Scavenger, Scavenger.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Shaw.
It's very good.
Yeah, it's very good.
It's very
Yeah.
From a pun perspective, you can't do much
So
better.
there must be something in the water because Mini Vandal is weirdly good at puns too.
Yeah, maybe.
Too good.
Saskatchewan.
Yeah,
Oh,
what
what's
happened?
going on over
What's in there? Yeah, why are you guys so good at puns? Tell us.
So I think this
Tell
is,
us.
hey, you know what?
No, that's Alberta.
We're at the halfway point. This is perfect.
No, Scavenger is Saskatch.
Yeah, tell us. You
Tell
said
us is Alberta. I see
It's
what you
Alberta.
did.
Tell us isn't nationwide.
It is.
It is now, but it started in Alberta.
Did it?
Yeah. Sasktail started in Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
This is exciting. Do we want to talk more about telecommunication stuff? You want to talk about the recent Rogers tried to buy out Bell or Shaw Cable?
Shaw.
They tried to buy out Shaw and
So
shut
then we
down the
would have
network.
2 companies running everything.
So
Be real
stupid.
smart.
Was
So
that must have
stupid.
been a nightmare for your
For Rob?
wife. Yeah, which I won't name why.
Rob Piquet.
Yeah. In your world.
It was awful.
Yeah,
My
that must have
life
been a
was
bad
terrible.
day. Yeah, that must have been a bad day.
And Interac, the debit card company we have in Canada,
And everyone uses debit cards everywhere.
Yeah,
yeah,
so,
we're debit bitches.
so Canada versus the US, we don't use credit cards nearly as much as we use debit cards. And Interac is the one company that makes all the debit cards, and they are on the Rogers network. And so every debit machine and every ATM that took a debit card was down for 24 hours because of some kind of crazy trust situation.
Except for, so this happened. I got into my car. I started driving to work. It was a Friday, so I was like kind of behind. I had to put out the garbage and stuff, and I was like, I'll just grab McBreakfast. So I stopped at the McDonald's on my way to work, and I went into the drive-thru. And as I pulled into the drive-thru, and someone pulled in behind me, the radio was like, "So the big news today is that there's this huge outage." And I was like, "What?" And I got up to the speaker, and they're like, "We only take cash right now." And I was like, "What?" So then I was stuck in the drive-thru because there was no exit to it. Then I went up the road and there was an A&W, and I was like, I'll hit my bank because it's in the same parking lot. I'll get some cash. I'll go to the A&W. So I went and got some cash, went to the A&W to grab my breakfast. The guy, their Interac machine was totally working. So it was like some Interac machines working, some weren't. It was a wild situation. It literally did not affect my day at all. Everyone at my work was on different networks. All of our stuff for work was on different networks.
Canada was shook.
Everyone else in Canada, it seemed like people couldn't do their
It
jobs.
messed up my day.
They couldn't call
Messed up my
911. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a
literally
whole
did
thing
not
for
affect
me.
me at all.
Yeah.
It was wild. Other than that McDonald's situation.
And that is an outrage.
I need you to stop
Wild.
saying the words McDonald's because you're just making me want McDonald's.
That's
Breakfast.
fair.
We should take a break.
No.
We're going to take a break.
Bye.
Welcome back to Checkered Past. We're doing the Canadian Ska Primer, and we just finished Saskatchewan, and now we're going to Manitoba, which is east of Saskatchewan,
No.
for a
also where
little
I'm from.
band called Whole Lotta Milka. Song's called Skank.
Is the name something?
Yeah, Milka Crow, the guy's name.
Okay, that's fun.
Yeah.
That's very fun, actually.
Yeah, it goes.
There it is. Knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Had to be
You
coming.
wouldn't have put it on if it didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, it just was that.
That's fun.
This is like the Skank by Numbers of Canada. It's just about skanking.
It sounds like Manitoba somehow. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know why it sounds more Manitoba-y than the last two bands, but it absolutely
I think,
does.
I assume Which Police has skanked to the song.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he's
that was-
played with
Yeah,
them
he played with
many
them.
times.
He
They're
just
like,
hit him up for his reissue of his grandpa's army shirt.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did he ever send us the music?
I don't know.
what, the Grandpa's Army
Yeah.
stuff? You sent us a bunch of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Listen to it.
I mean, we said it on the JFK episode with Sam. Everyone should go back and listen to that. But like Manitoba ska is awesome. Bacteria Buffet Records, the Afterbeat, the Barrymores, stuff's so good. Whole
Yeah.
lot of Milka, JFK and the Conspirators.
Canada's got some like straight up like good ska, and it's like pretty like not goofy. Like Planet Smashers is pretty goofy, but it is goofy. But
It's
like
fun, but it like doesn't. It doesn't take itself seriously, but it takes itself seriously.
it's all very
You know what
like
I
good
mean?
musicianship,
Yeah.
like in everything.
I always feel like there's a little bit of an edge too.
Yeah, there's like
There's always a
Canada's kind of edgy.
Yeah.
It's like always a little punk rock.
And now we're going to play a song that is decidedly not. So now that we're going to go into the mid 2000s with some bands that I think are great that were from this era. So this is from a band called General Rudy. The song's called Prize Fighter. This is like Canada's Slackers, in my opinion.
Yeah, this is very
They're
Slackers-esque. I like it already.
The crowd was electric. The press was in your face.
Yeah, this guy sounds like if Vic Ruggiero never smoked anything ever.
And wasn't from New York. Wasn't a New York
Yeah,
guy.
a little less New Yorky.
Dreams of greatness are slipping by.
So this is where I feel stupid. I don't remember if they're from Ontario or Quebec, but from one of those.
Let's run out of luck. Uh-oh, I'm a prize fighter, baby, 'cause I float like a butterfly, knocked down
I like the
sky.
piano.
And the crowd
So they actually didn't have a guitar player until their second album.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Cool.
they were like a no guitar ska band, so it was just piano.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
cool.
So their first album is very weird for that, but very cool. It's very smooth.
Let's start our own Canadian ska label.
Our own label. What a jump.
I want to try.
You got some people you want to sign? Did you know there is
All
a
of
Canadian
these
ska
people.
label? It's called Stomp Records.
Yeah, no, I'm
Did
sorry.
you know we're their official podcast or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would do that if I knew how to do that, or if I had money for that. I would that'd be
Or
cool.
time.
Or time. Oh God, time. A non-renewable resource for me.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna talk about a band I don't shut up about.
Duh.
Literally, like one of my absolute all-time favorite Canadian ska bands. This is from Sub.
Oh yeah, you love Sub.
I love Sub, and this is a
We've
song
seen
that
them a few times.
I've seen them once, and it was amazing.
Then I've probably only seen them once.
And this is a song that pretty much everybody likes. This is a little bit of a kind of a chiller song from them, but it's called The Motions.
Way too long.
Right?
The vocals are very good.
So I think like the Impossibles and Sub, I think we're doing like emo tinged ska before anybody else was doing it. And I think they're forgotten in time as important. So
Yeah, this sounds distinctly different from almost all of the other songs we've heard.
yeah. And they're a no horn, two guitar ska band.
Yeah. And wah-wah pedal. Don't forget that one guy has a wah-wah pedal.
I shouldn't forget. Wow, wow, wow.
This is hitting my nostalgia points in all of the right spots. These vocals are so good. Straight up like pop punky emo.
I think, and this album, The Motions, is like 29 minutes, and it's like in and out. It's super,
Perfect.
it's super political.
Great.
All the songs are like
Yeah, that's a
really
Joey
hard edged.
style.
Yeah,
Yeah. 30
It's-
to 40 minutes is like ideal.
yeah. They're like
Have you heard
Canada's
this band,
Suicide
Hugh?
Machines.
Yep.
Yeah. That song's so good. I forgot
I never
about
got like really into them, but they were I believe Keelan had CDs. I want to say 2 of them that got played pretty regularly. So yeah,
I saw them tour on that album, and when I went and bought every other record they had when I was there.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy at the booth was like, "Have you heard our new one?" And I was like, "That's why I'm here." So I'm getting the rest of it.
That's sweet.
I just added that song to my playlist because I'm like, yeah, that song is so fucking good.
The Motions it's a rip. And there's like some really great like full-blown ska songs on there. There's a song called Quarter to Seven, which is about dressing up in ska gear and going to ska shows. It's great.
That's fun.
So now is a song by we're going back. We're going west. We're going
No, we're not going anywhere. We're doing a ska podcast.
We're going to Vancouver.
We're just talking about Canada in general. Doesn't
Back to the
matter if
West
we're
Coast.
east or we're in the north. Guess what? We're in the north. We're just north. We're always north.
Here's a song that I feel like was okay. So this song was everywhere, but this was especially everywhere at the roller derby I used to go watch all the time, where they would play this song incessantly.
That's
and I didn't
fun.
really understand why this one in particular.
The evil derby
Yes.
loved it.
They just loved Victoria by Rude City Riot, and it played everywhere.
Probably because it's kind of like a punk rock America's Funniest Home Videos intro, so it's good for roller derby.
Because you're going to like fall and wipe out and everyone's going to laugh.
Yeah.
This is like an insanely well-produced song, and I don't know why. More than it has any right to be.
You haven't played one bad song. I guess
tried.
we're not just doing one band also.
Yeah.
I like the line.
It's because it's anthemic and fun.
Yeah.
It's because this is Oi, and I feel like Derby bitches
Canada
love
loves
an
an
Oi
Oi,
song,
yeah,
and Canada
for
loves an
sure.
Oi vibe. That's why. Yeah, this is so. I can see why this is such a like Edmonton punk scene sound. It almost makes me mad.
I goddamn love Rude City Riot. This album is great.
They're very
It's-
Oi, hey.
Yeah. Get him in the van, the imposter man.
My only thing is I feel like a lot of skinheads like them.
Yeah. Well, I think their most recent album that came out, like, they had a surprise release last year, I think. That was called, like, something about Molotov cocktails. And so I know skinheads love
They love Molotov cocktails.
They love it's their
nothing
weapon of
more.
choice.
Yeah.
There's brass knuckles and,
And
Molotov
boots.
cocktails. Yeah, and boots. If they can lift their legs high enough to kick their boots,
The suspenders are too tight.
their suspenders are too tight because of blood circulation. I don't know. I'm going to get my ass kicked every time I say stuff about skins, which has been brought up a few times.
I'm sure they're not all racist.
They're not. They just get into
I know,
fights
I
too
know,
much.
I know a few of them that are like fine.
They just want to fight people, and that's the part where I have
Or
to get out
just
of
being
the way.
like a working class, like, oh, you know, like, duh, working class, duh. Like, that's celebrating that.
That's fun.
And that's fun.
I like that part.
And I think that's the part I
I'm
like.
Working,
That's
I'm working less, duh. That's the part I like.
drink beer, go to show. Whoa, yeah, masculine energy. It's like,
Even the feminine ones.
yeah,
are
masculine
full
energy.
of masculine energy.
Yeah,
They possibly fight. I've been fought by female skinheads way more
Absolutely.
than male skinheads.
Mindless self-indulgence.
Yeah.
She took me down.
Mindless self-indulgence, the lady?
There
One of
was a
the ladies in there?
skinhead
Oh,
chick that
I thought you meant, like,
pulled me by
the
my weave
basis
out
of-
of a booth.
Steve Rye gets
Yeah.
off the stage and starts kicking your ass. He's on too much Molly, just starts beating on
They're all
people.
terrible people, and it sucks. Or at
apparently
least
Jimmy,
most
you're
of
in
them.
it.
Yeah, so is
Yeah.
Lindsay, apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's-
I know.
And they were like,
I went on a deep Google
They were
like
cool at
search
one
to
point.
try to like.
to try to like justify.
I was like, it's just Jimmy urine.
It's just Jimmy urine.
Yeah, being. Oh my god, I forgot we were on the podcast again.
Hey, here's a band we've seen, and with a bunch of super nice modern ska people in it. This is K-Man in the 45s.
Yeah.
Hero with a death ray.
Ken Man,
Ken Man.
Kayak Man.
I can see why they're the Planet Smashers proteges, like, in so many ways.
Me and Ken Man are gonna go on a kayak one day.
Flying around, going to slingshot in deep space, hyperdrive, winning at
These
the
lyrics
fair,
are right up my alley.
trophy, kiss the girl,
Good.
then he sets off to sight the world. Here with the death ray, here with the death ray.
See, this is the violence towards women I'm okay with.
He got the call and he
Is it because it's just so stupid? Like, it's
Well, it's like
It's so-
pew pew. Like that's fine. Yeah. But
Our heroes got us home and
it's the villain. It's a hero. Gotta hit her with a death ray. That's fine.
hero with the death ray. Hero with the
Could have been hit them with the death ray.
coming for you. Yeah, he is coming for you.
they're so fun.
That's fun.
Yeah,
death ray,
Very
death ray,
good.
death ray, death ray. That is fun. That's good.
They're just so
Canadian
fun.
Ska'd's very good.
Yeah.
That's the thesis
It's
statement.
yeah.
Is Canadian ska is good.
But you have to sound surprised.
What?
That is the yeah. I feel like it's absolutely the underdog and underestimated. If you were a cool ska person in the States, you'd be like, whatever, Canadian ska.
Yeah.
And then you'd listen to this and you'd be like, wow. Huh. Them
Canadian ska, you
Canadians
say.
are pretty good.
Canadian ska, you say.
What do we have? Johnny Sacco, they ask themselves? Just kidding. There's obviously so many bands.
this
Most of the
person
bands
who
we
just
talk
woke up
about.
from a coma from the 90s. What ska bands are around here? Who's in Bloomington? Johnny Sacco. Please say Johnny Sacco. The last song I have queued up is by this is a super modern. I think this came out in like the last 2 years. I can't remember when this EP came out. It's so good. This is from Amy Gabba. I love Amy Gabba so much, and we need some ladies here. The
Yeah.
song's called "The Distance," and apparently this cat fight stayed with them.
That's fun.
Yeah. Hand claps.
This is so catfighty too.
Yeah.
This is totally like it's like pop ska with like really good vocals. Her vocals are wild.
Yeah.
They're so good.
Oh, claps.
The claps. So good. And I just I like this kind of like pop music as opposed to like, I don't know, like the more modern like Imagine Dragons type pop like
Stomp and
melodies.
shout. Like stupid stomp
Yeah,
and shouty
stuff like that. Even like modern like R&B music, I find like it's not my kind of like pop music.
Oh,
Whereas I like this.
like the pop music that they're pulling from is not kind of the pop music
Yeah.
that you enjoy.
But
as
whereas
much.
this is like so much up my alley. I love it. I think
Yeah,
it's
this
great.
was very
yeah,
good.
very good.
And I feel like should be bigger than it is.
yeah.
This should be
Right.
like radio plays.
Ska in general, am I right?
No. But this
No.
song
No.
I can't sign
No,
off
I
on
can't- I
that.
can't
But
sign
this
off on
song
that.
for sure, I feel like has mass appeal. Absolutely. And Catbite's on their way. They absolutely have mass appeal too.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of which, New Interrupters is coming out pretty soon. I think it's gonna. Here's my hot take. I think it's gonna suck, guys. I think it's gonna be bad.
Whoa.
There are
So
some
hot.
songs that I do love.
But these new
It's
singles,
gonna be bad. These
new singles are not.
I haven't
great.
heard them. Like the last one I heard was Bad Guy.
That was a while ago.
Yeah, there's a
Is
couple that
No
come out this
Bueno.
year. Yeah, I don't like
More
them.
poppy?
Yeah,
Yeah. More
not,
pop rock?
like no ska, like
Oh.
Like almost
They're
new
doing
wave.
a Say Ferris.
yeah, no, yeah, just more like new wave. I don't know. I don't like it. I think I'm gonna hate it.
Oh, they might be going 80s with it because that's kind of like what people are into these
Yeah,
days.
maybe.
Maybe they're doing a madness thing.
Oh, maybe they're doing a weekend thing. Remember when the weekend was like doing like 80s music?
that was
You mean
sweet.
now? Is currently? That's
Yeah.
what he's doing?
He's been going almost more disco-y.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Like,
At one point,
Pretty
he was
80s.
like a soul guy.
Yeah.
And then he just like gave up on that real fast.
At one point, he was singing soul versions of rap songs over
Yeah.
trap beats, and then he kind of morphed into this
Just
kind of
like-
emo-y thing, and then the 80s thing.
I'm a living for the weekend.
Speaking of Canada,
Like I liked
I'm a
it.
living for the
To be honest, I
weekend.
liked the Weeknd's earlier stuff. I kind of like that he was like, I'm just gonna do what the rap guys are doing, but I'm gonna sing it like a soul
He's
guy.
from
Like
Montreal, right?
Toronto, I think.
Toronto. Yeah.
You ignored my Weekenders theme song.
Oh,
I said,
that was good.
I'm a living for the weekend. Or I'm a living for the weekend. Hey, Tino Tonatini.
Yeah. The other characters.
It's very good. Lore, Tish.
I did not watch it.
I watched The Weekenders. It was good. It was solid.
Not me.
It was better than
good.
Recess.
It was very good.
Yeah.
I think it was slightly too.
There was a
old,
pizza
maybe.
place that there was a different pun every episode.
That was great.
They
also
walked-
they were
Weekenders walked so
they,
Bob's
they
Burgers
were
could run.
frequently unaccompanied minors.
Yeah.
Like that's an
Latchkey
unaccompanied
kids.
minors. Yeah. Oh, hardcore latchkey kids. That was like suburban like lifestyle there.
Yeah.
We're just going to like they're like 13, 12 maybe, going to pizza places by themselves. no
I did
parents.
it.
Oh yeah, I did that.
I did that.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, we're from fucking small towns.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yes.
That's all there was to do. I was like, literally, I went to Boston Pizza and get like cheesy bread with extra cheese. And they're probably like, I hate you. Like, didn't tip and got a pop.
Not tipping on a pop.
Nonstop pop, baby.
Drop a quarter down. Keep the change. And keep them coming. All right, this is fun.
No, any more?
That's it.
Oh.
The end. And do you think we made the case that Canadian ska is good?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Fuck you,
It's
Celine.
very,
Well,
it's very good. It's the impression that I get is that Canadian ska is better than I even thought.
the new end segment of this pod, the
It's
impression that I get.
That's funny.
Where are you?
The impression that I get is that vaccines are dangerous. All of them. No, I'm assuming you've heard our other
Absolutely.
episodes.
Yeah.
I hope this is the only
Celine's absolutely
episode
like
you've heard.
stomping on my old jokes that I made.
Did you do
Yes.
that?
No, we've never made any jokes about.
That's the exact joke I made. The impression that I get is that
Well,
vaccines are
they're only
dangerous.
listening to this one episode, so they'll only be like, Celine is funny.
Go back through our old episodes and try and figure out.
Trying to figure out which
episode-
one it was because I
Yeah.
can't even remember
I will
which one it was.
promise you this. I will literally never remember what I say on any episode or what you have said.
Thanks for listening to Checkered Past. Hit us up on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Checkered Past Pod, or send us an email at checkeredpastpod@gmail.com. To support the podcast, you can sign up for the Checkerhead Patreon to get the episodes uncut in both audio or video format. Or you can buy some merch at checkeredpast.ca. Please like, subscribe, tell your friends, and rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. This episode is produced and engineered by Joey. And our TromBonus theme was provided by Keelan. Next week, we will have Devin K on the pod to discuss Real Big Fish, Part 2. Until part 2, like Hot Shots. Until next time, I'm Rob.
And I'm Celine.
And I'm Joey.
And in the mortal words of the Kingpins, the 10 Commandments of Ska, and that's the law.